What I didn't tell you is we had slept in our car that night, me and my now wife, because it was hard. Every place around was like 1,000 euros a night. We had around 4,000 euros in our account that day, that specific day. I just couldn't do it. And I made it work. That last week in Dubai, I really made it work. I was doing like 2 to 3 shoots a day, different clients every day, and I just made 12 to 15,000 euros in those few days and turned it around. But I did have to sleep in the car.
When they say success comes with a lot of taxes, it's not just financial taxes. It comes with hate, with negativity, with people who really cannot handle it. I've literally spent, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dirhams in legal fees this year, just protecting myself. It has been the hardest year of my life. I have faced so much criticism, legal issues. I have been stolen from, betrayed. I have had physical, verbal threats, and having to fight for my family, to protect my wealth, to protect my physical being, just because of the amount of free time people have, and also, let's say, the jealousy. مرحبا ومساء الخير معكم نادية العامري. Today I have a very special friend, partner, client, and I will also say an advisor for me now. And for the first time, I'm actually having him in front of the camera. He's usually behind the camera doing his amazing work. But today we have with us Thomas Cardoso.
Yeah, Tomás Cardoso.
Tomás Cardoso. I have to learn the Portuguese accent.
Tomás.
Tomás.
Yeah, perfect. Well, actually, the pronunciation is very close to Arabic, I think. Okay. The sound in itself. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be invited by you and to get to know you this year after I moved to the UAE.
It's our 1-year anniversary of knowing each other. You are one of my success stories I would love to talk about. And I really, really believed in you from day one. And everything I told you I had a vision about happened. So maybe I'm psychic, or maybe I just have a good eye for detail and potential.
Absolutely. And I need to thank you so much for that. All that. Shukran.
Afwan. How are you today?
I'm very good. What about you?
I'm very happy. I can't get the smile off my face.
Why?
It's almost our 1-year anniversary of knowing each other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you are now officially a Dubai Habibi.
Thank you. Coming from you, that seems official.
So let's go back 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
So, 12 months ago, I was, I think, hitting a ceiling back in my country, in Portugal, business-wise. Me and my partner, we are both partners in life and business. We were looking for a new
Correction,
challenge.
she's now your wife.
She's now my wife.
Yes, mabruk.
So, 1 year ago, she wasn't my wife yet. She was my fiancée. So we were hitting a ceiling in business, and we were looking for another challenge.
Right.
And we had been to New Year's Eve in Dubai and the year before, and we were very passionate about, like, we just got
maybe an energy, or
the whole energy, the every person we met in Dubai had this growth mindset that back in our country you had to pay like for mentorships or for clubs so we can access people in the same wavelength of business and growth. So, but here, like, you just go for coffee in Dubai Mall, and the next guy you meet is just talking about business too. And so, you know how the Dubai tourism funnel works. They catch you with the bling, and then you come for business, and then you stay for business, and then you stay for lifestyle. So we're going through all those stages to the point where I'm officially renting an apartment in Dubai, because I've been staying in Airbnbs for the whole year.
Not a bad thing, though.
Not a bad thing.
Airbnbs in Dubai are very nice.
Yeah, and I've been able to try different areas to see what I like. Might rent one of you. Let's see.
Think about it.
But so I came for a project. So I do video production, social media, and I came for a project.
That's way too humble. What do you do? Actually, tell me, what do you do? Because that's not why I chose you, and not why I thought this is the guy who's going to take me onto social media.
Well, you tell me then. Why do you pick me?
You're not just a video guy. I see you as an artist. I genuinely see you as someone who understands cinematics, who understands emotions, who understands the fine details. Like, anyone can get a phone and do some editing. Anyone can do anything like that. But I've never seen someone who, and I don't want to sound cliche, passionate and loves what they do to a point where they will not produce something that is not top level. Like, you are there with the level of Hollywood producers, from sound to voice to capturing moments. I've seen you crawling on the floor to get a good shot, literally, you know?
Yeah.
So please give yourself some credit.
Yeah, I think I've never wanted to do a video just for the sake of doing the video itself. It needs to have some strategy behind it, a goal, and to be aligned with the brand I'm shooting for. Working with you has been amazing because we've been able to start that from scratch and actually go to the process of figuring out what it is that is your voice, and I'm very passionate about. So what I think my mission is to make obvious the value that great businesses or great people add to the world. So I see myself as an amplifier. I get you. You're great at what you do. You got great values. You got a great message to tell the world. Yeah. My job, my mission in this world is to amplify you, so you can help more people because of what we did together. And so I think, so I'm mostly like a creative director, as I would say.
Okay.
Video strategist, but then the video itself it has to happen so people see it. If you got a good strategy and poor execution, it doesn't work anyways.
Of course.
So I'm still a bit of a video guy.
Okay.
So, but I came for a project here back in 1 year ago, November.
Correct.
And it was a 4-day project. I decided to stay for 10 days with my soon-to-be wife, so we could sense the market, talk to some people, run some ads in the area, see what kind of businesses, see what they were looking for, because the market is totally different from Portugal.
Right.
I paid $1,000 for a coffee with a videographer that was already working here. That I saw his work. We had similar work. I knew he was better established in Dubai. He was here for 3 years, so I just wanted to get a feeling of how the market is. And I left, and I was literally almost crying in the plane back home, because I'm like, I'm supposed to be there. The energy that I felt there, I'm supposed to be there. There's so much growth opportunity, so much more exciting and like just big projects, and I want to be part of something bigger.
So you felt like Dubai is at such a high caliber from competition, from mindset, from even, businesses.
Competition is a word. So what I saw in Portugal, and this can sound a bit obnoxious, but I think it's always about the niche, right?
Right.
If you the smaller you go in a niche, and the less competition you have, and you create almost a market of one. And I was feeling that starting to happen in Portugal, even though I'm super young. There was a ceiling. I was hitting a ceiling, and here I saw competition opportunities. And if I wanted to get better, I needed to be playing amongst the big guys. The big guys. Yeah. I needed to go to like the Champions League, if you were talking soccer, for example. And I don't watch soccer, but yeah. I needed to play against the big guys and see how that would force me to get better.
So let's look at it. 12 months ago, you're here for a short workcation.
Yeah.
You meet people everywhere, whether it's in malls, coffees, tourist places. Almost everyone you talk to is here for work, growth, setting up their business or expanding their business or branching out. Let's look at 12 months forward. Today, you have your own business registered in the UAE. You have a very wide range of types of clients. You are part of very exclusive business groups. You are now a married man. You're driving in Dubai, and you're booked out. I can't even get a text back from you until after hours these days. Genuinely, that's a huge milestone. But let's walk through the steps. Like, how did your mind say, okay, I'm leaving my very comfortable home in Lisbon. Mind you, Lisbon is a very beautiful place.
It is.
I had the opportunity to visit this year. How do you go from living in a comfortable European, relaxed environment, your family is all around you? What decision and what is the thought path that has to happen for you to actually pack up and go?
That's a loaded question because the family part is, I think, the most difficult part.
Yeah.
Being far away from them. Right now, I'm staying alone. So, because me and my wife, she had to stay back home, pack everything up while I needed to come here for these first days of the month to just get projects done. So it's
being
hard.
a breadwinner of the home as well as a man.
Yeah, and that's the goal, to eventually she go to the stage where she doesn't have to work. She can if she wants, but right now she's like my COO. She managing the team and payroll, finances.
Amazing.
We work on everything together, so I can't say I'm the breadwinner and she cleans up after and takes care of everything. She also does, which is amazing. She's we just have a great partnership. But so the question you asked was, how does one just pack up and go?
Yeah.
What needs to happen? So you need to make that decision. You need to value your personal growth over your being comfortable.
Yeah.
And coming from my background in gymnastics, like professional level gymnastics, and if I'm not growing, then I feel like I'm shrinking and I'm going backwards. And I just saw a huge growth opportunity here. Obviously, it meant to be far away from my family, thankfully. So in that Christmas that I decided and I informed that we were starting to see what Dubai could offer us, my mother gave me a suitcase on Christmas Eve as with the symbolism of you can.
That was her gift to you in Christmas.
That was yeah.
So your mom's blessing, like, I've raised you, I've done my job.
Yeah.
The world is yours now. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's. I couldn't ask for a more supportive message from them, and we could talk past, and we had some difficult days before, but it was very, very very supportive from them to just give me the suitcase the suitcase I still use today. So they supported my travels. Explaining that to my wife's parents is more difficult. Right. They're very close. They talk every day, as they should. So it's difficult. We have a dog as well that we might end up that they look after when we're in Dubai. So we have had their support from the beginning as well, but it's just difficult to bring their daughter away from them. Yeah. So
on that note, and talking about family support and all of that, we are generally raised to go to school, study hard, finish school, get into the best college, graduate, find the best job possible. Yeah. I think you kind of broke the norm there as well. So Thomas,
I don't know if you know this story.
I have an idea about the story, but today I want to know more. And I think you have a very important message that today a university degree is not essential. And, some of the highest paid jobs, especially here in the UAE, you're looking at content creators, you're looking at, editors, you're looking at, artistic people, you're people who are not using book study, exam, GPAs, all of these results, you know. We're not looking at the high achievers from an academic perspective. And I'm not saying that that is not a requirement anymore, but there's many new fields that are not taught from a university book. And I may be a book nerd, and, you know, I'm a high achiever textbook-wise, but I didn't learn what I know about business and, you know, the whole relationship building with people, understanding people. I didn't learn that until I actually worked and figured people out. Then I was able to complete even my higher studies. Tell me about you, because I know you really broke traditions. You kind of didn't follow the usual family path. You were, I will not say the rebel, but, you know, you had a lot to prove. And I think, you know, as a man, it's a double pressure for you, because you're ultimately looked at as you have to be the strong, reliable one. Give me your answer in the way you want.
Yeah. So, yeah, on the note of CVs, right now, we got a 18 people team. I don't look at CVs when we hire. It's I want to know, what have you done, where have you worked with, what have you helped improve, and I want you to do that for me. That's basically what I look for. If I'm looking for something specific, I might ask for more. Okay, so what's your full background? But a degree for at least for the positions we're hiring for, editors, content creators, copywriters, video strategists, we don't look at that. But so my path, and now I've been approached by some videographers as well that are starting in Portugal, that are going through the same that I went through. So I'm starting to see value in sharing my story there as well.
Yes.
So I actually went to university. I don't know if I had told you that before. I was 3 years doing computer science and software development.
Okay.
One of the best schools, like one of the best schools in Lisbon.
Right.
Why? Because I've always been great with computers. When I was around 10 or 11 years old, I found my way to format and reboot like a small computer I had to because it had Windows XP. I wanted Windows 7.
Okay.
So I could install like a video editing program that I really wanted. So I was always good with computers, very good at I did some 3D animation when I was 13 or 14.
Yes.
So, and that all required me learning by myself, YouTube, internet, learning English.
Exactly. No need a university for that.
Yeah. So, but when it was time to go to university, I was very confused. I knew, so in the back of my mind, I knew I wanted to do something related to video. But I think, and this is the first time I'm saying this public, so I think it's fine now. My father had the belief that it's very hard or nearly impossible to make a career out of a creative area. So if you want to be creative, as I think, because he was and he tried to be, and he studied design, and it didn't quite work out as well, and I thought he wanted to be an engineer. So that's why he pushed me to engineering. Okay, if you study engineering, you're good with computers, programming. Out of school, you're earning 1,000 euros a month, easy. And I'm like, wow, 1,000 euros, that's a lot. I wish I had 1,000 euros. And so that, it didn't tell me I couldn't make that in doing something creative, but that put the belief in my head that as a creative with video, I wouldn't be able to make 1,000 euros a month. And so I was there. First month of university, I got a photo of it. I was already dating my now wife. I was crying. I was like, okay, it's not for me. I don't like it. I know I want to not pursue this. I want to see what I can do with video. I was very confused.
So how much of university did you complete?
Almost all of it. So I think I could still go finish it. I got six or seven subjects. So I finished pretty much all the programming ones. Got the maths ones that needed more study. But, I didn't finish those because in the classroom especially in programming classes, because I was good at programming. I was just editing videos and doing my small projects here and there. And so I had to prove to myself and my parents, and there was a moment where I just sat across the table at dinner with my dad, and we didn't talk too much, like for a whole year and a half. I know they just wanted the best for me. That in
The
their
best
heads,
that they know.
yeah, the best that they knew at the time, and they thought they were doing the best. My mother was, I think, more supportive of letting me go explore for a little bit. But
Sorry,
my dad,
just I hadn't understand something. Your father stopped talking to you even while you were at university?
yeah, because I was always bringing. It's not like they stopped talking. We
Some
did the
tension
basics.
or coldness or
Yeah. So we sat across the table at dinner, and there was no conversation because it was very, very tense. Because I always brought the thing of, okay, I don't want to do this. I want to get out. They even, because they wanted me to succeed in that so much that, and I'm very blessed for it, that they next year they paid for the university whole year in advance instead of paying months.
So kind of they paid advance,
So they could
make sure you
lock
stay
me
in
in.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. But I had to prove first to myself that it was possible, because I genuinely didn't know if it was possible to make a career out of what I do today. So I started doing some jobs for free. I got some money to buy my first camera, my first equipment. Actually, Raquel, my now wife, she sometimes paid out of her money for our lunch, for example, so I could save some more money to get my first equipment.
That's her partner.
Yeah.
She believed in you.
Yeah, and when money sometimes ran out, she said, "Don't worry about it. We're together in this." That was very, very important. So I started doing my first free projects, then got a small portfolio,
Yeah.
then started pitching clients for 100 euros, and then I'd go to the next one, 150, 200, and I started there was a month where I did my first 1,000 euros, and I'm like, okay.
So the 1,000 euros you thought that you couldn't make or could only make through engineering,
Yeah.
you've actually just done it without having an engineering degree, without finishing university, still being, a baby in the industry. So imagine what that could be later.
Yeah, and then on my third year, I was approached by the, how do you say, the students gathering, students association.
Okay, like the social students' social groups or clubs. Yeah.
In the university in engineering, for me to do a 3-day project for them, and that 3-day project was 1,000 euros budget.
So imagine your confidence now, thinking that 1,000 euros is easy in 3 days.
Yeah, and that was the full circle moment, and that was the first semester of the third year, and I was already like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I had already told my parents, okay, you're not paying for this year. I'm paying it, and then I'm quitting when and if I want. And after that one, I'm like, okay, I'm not even finishing this semester. I'm going all in. And then the time when it was a big thing, my father felt like I was just, okay, that I jumped in the abyss. But we had some money saved.
Yep.
That ultimately also meant that I had to, that all needed to coincide. I had to stop relying on them. So I couldn't be, and that's something I realized, I couldn't be complaining about something they wanted me to do. If
While
they were
you're still
if they're
relying
looking
on
care
them.
of me. If they're looking after me, then I need to respect what the house rules, what they want from me. So I'm like, no. If I'm able to sustain myself and my future wife, I need to have a place for ourselves. I need to just grab a hold of my future,
Yep.
and that means everything.
So that's transitioning from being a young man, or I'm not even going to say a boy, a young man at home living with his parents, being under that household, you creating your own path, deciding for yourself at that moment, I'm going to make my own business, I'm going to make my own home, I'm going to make my own rules. And a lot of people always ask me, why do you love business so much? Because money is freedom. And you literally had the freedom to do whatever you want, including moving to the Middle East.
Yeah.
So how long after you decided that I'm leaving university, doing my own business in Lisbon, how long after that did you realize that Lisbon is too small for you?
So we had that year where we started. Yeah, it's I think 2.5 years. So we went through the process of actually having an office, and I think the goal in my head was, okay, I want to have a traditional video agency where I'm just gonna have an office, full-time employees working there. Started by hiring my friends, didn't go that well, and end of story.
Never mix business with friends or family.
Yeah.
If you want them to stay friends and family.
Yeah, there was a lot of learnings that I also needed to do. I didn't know how to manage a team, so I kind of forced myself into learning it the hard way. It's part of life, but I learned a lot from it. So 2.5 years, we went from I was just basically a freelancer to Raquel starting to help me in the business, and she went full on. She studied business management.
Okay. So she studied business management
and then marketing on masters.
Okay, and that was her mindset as well, as you're going to build a family business partnership. She's going to run this side and you run this side.
It kind of happened. She was the first one to complete, I think, university in her family. So she has a different story. She really wanted to finish it and to be the first one in her family to finish it. So very proud of her for it. And she's definitely the less risk averse. I don't know. So the less risky one.
Takes less risks.
Yeah. So I'm usually the one that I'm go, and she's like hold up, we need to be careful on that.
Perfect partnership.
Yeah. So it just made sense. She was starting to look for a job. I'm like, okay, no, I think I can just sell something else, something more complete to my clients, and we just work together. Then we started hiring her friends from university as well for a few projects. Small agency starts to get some predictable revenue. So then, that scaled a little bit. Got the office. Then hired full-time employees, 2 at a time. That was a big responsibility. Some months, I didn't think it through. In my head, I was like, okay, I can pay for myself, her, and them. If all goes wrong, I'm learning how to manage a team, and that will be good enough. It wasn't that good enough, but
why not?
Because sometimes money was short, and we didn't have. I had to keep working on some freelance projects to pay salaries and all of that. But it was
that's part of the business journey. A lot of people end up paying salaries and all of these things and getting into debt and borrowing money from family and selling even some things to keep sustaining their business because they believe in it. It's investment, right?
Yeah, I didn't have to go all that way because it was literally my thinking was, with my hands I can make enough to pay for everyone if all goes to shambles. Eventually, some months it did. And the whole business model wasn't well structured, and I figured it out because I went through it. If I didn't, then I wouldn't. But so that was a pivotal moment where I'm like, I don't know if I want to have a big office in Lisbon, charge Lisbon prices, work on just Lisbon projects. There are a lot of good projects, but it's just different in Dubai. I saw it. You can make something else happen.
So that's my question again. That moment, how do you pivot from I have done enough or my maximum in Lisbon? You're not feeling satisfied anymore. What was the pivotal moment that you said, okay, now is the time to go to Dubai? Was it me?
It was a growth. So I look at business as a way to better myself.
Right.
Why? And that always answers the question, why go after more? Well, because I can see a gap between where I am personally and where I want to be.
Right.
So delivery-wise, I knew Dubai projects will be more demanding of my skills and my team's skills. and that meant that I had to get better to be able to deliver on those. And so that was mainly it. It wasn't that I hit like a money ceiling in Lisbon. Not at all. I think I could scale that further. But skills wise, I just thought I could grow so much faster here because of the projects that would demand that for me.
Right. So even on a technical side, let's look at how you arrived in Dubai, you found somewhere to live, you threw yourself literally out there, meetings, new clients, not so great clients. How did you actually set up your business and move here? Like, what did you actually do?
Okay.
And how easy was it?
Yeah. Look, I'm someone that values getting things well done, especially coming to a whole different country, a whole different continent.
Yeah.
I did my best to study what were the right steps, but even then, I just wanted to rely on professionals that would do it for me. One, because I wouldn't have to, the opportunity cost, right? I'm good at doing what my business is supposed to be doing. I'm not good at law. I didn't study law. I didn't study anything of that nature. So I just paid a good consulting firm to get it done for me. That it was recommended from a friend. And so it was just about saving the money to get a license.
Set up the company, get your visa, get all your health checks done. You get your Emirates ID, phone number. Huh? How long did it take?
It was very surprising. That took less than a week. It wasn't faster because I started the process in December and then we had Christmas, so I couldn't. Like they told me okay, I had 3 days and like we probably can do it in 3 days.
Yeah.
But if it's not done, you won't be able to go back for Christmas. So you go back, come back January, and we finish it. And so I did it in a week in January. I was staying in an Airbnb, got emailed my Emirates ID. They took me to some clinic. I did all my health checks. Very quick, very easy. And now I got pretty much almost a tax-free business in the UAE, which is amazing. Yeah. Yes. And taxes were heavy in Portugal, like really heavy.
So next thing we work on is getting you tax residency in the UAE. Just need to keep you here for at least 180 days of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Inshallah. Okay, so timeline is you fly here, get the company set up, and the visa and everything, bank account done within another day or two.
Yeah, online.
Start transacting. Yeah, from your phone.
Yeah.
How good is UAE Pass?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. We got a similar thing in Portugal, but it doesn't work like quite well.
Okay, so now fast forward. It's been 12 months. Your business is booming.
Yeah.
You have a whole new network of clients. You're producing things literally that looks like scenes out of, Hollywood movies. I saw a shoot you done just recently, in Burj Khalifa, the opening of the Dubai fountains. How do you feel people from your family or from your community or others, how do you think people feel about your success?
Well, the first one is I think my relationship with my father improved a lot. So he went from being scared, I was just gonna be no one and need like short for money all the time, to I think being really proud of me because I had some of his friends, and my mother also tells me that he talks with pride about me when I'm not in the room.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. But then I don't think I make a good. I also don't show it off too much. So I don't think people understand how different and how hard the market is here.
Very.
Yeah, it's very competitive, and I see from the outside, I get a lot of messages from people coming up that maybe look look at my path and want to do the same thing as like, okay, I just go to Dubai and all my problems are fixed. Like, oh, get ready to play harder than ever.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Because it's very high quality competition.
Very.
If you're not high quality, you simply won't last. It's not like a quick hit and run.
and not lasting is expensive in Dubai, because if you're not landing projects, not landing clients, well, at least from, I know Dubai is cheaper, like from the main cities like London and all that, but compared to Lisbon lifestyle, it's more expensive. It's like
Of course.
much more expensive, especially when you're living the whole year out of Airbnbs and flying
In
back
out,
and forth
yeah.
every month, like I did. So every month I flew back to Portugal and back. Every month I stayed in Airbnbs, which are almost double, sometimes triple the price of a long-term rent. But that was an investment in getting established in the market.
Yep.
Pricey one.
Now, let's talk about something you said right in the beginning. You actually moved here because you felt that in any interaction you have, people all have the same or similar mindset. I'm not talking about the fakers and the wannabes and all of this. They're here to party and have enjoyment.
I never meet those people. On the places I go,
Neither do I.
I never.
I only see it in memes
Yeah,
and on
exactly.
Instagram, you know. But I think you attract who you are or what you are,
Yes.
and that's why you have had the pleasure of not meeting them. Now, just yesterday, I was lucky to be part of another event, and one of the guest speakers said that we rarely have great success from moments of enjoyment. Now, let me get deeper into that.
Yeah.
When you're, on a beach, on a nice island, crystal blue waters, sipping on a fresh juice or cocktail or whatever, that quiet moment of bliss, that's not actually the enjoyment that you want or the enjoyment you feel when you're doing something that grows you, that gets you to that success. And you kind of feel guilty even about having that moment.
Don't start me on it.
Yeah, so this is something I notice with many, many entrepreneurs, that you actually feel guilty when you're having those quiet and joyful moments.
So much.
Because none of us are here today because we enjoyed so much. We're here because we had tough times. We had to make difficult decisions, sleepless nights. This is a weekend, and technically we're here working, right? And something, you had mentioned to me, like, should I buy this item, which we'll talk about shortly, or what do you suggest? And I said to you, no. Don't buy it today. Buy your first property, and then the proceeds of that will buy you many, many more, and even better. But we don't actually enjoy those little moments. It's the difficult things that we do that actually gets us to where you are today. And that's the true enjoyment, when you know you've made it, where you have the freedom, where you have the luxury to do whatever you want with your time and money. But getting there, it doesn't come from enjoyable moments.
I was very lucky because I learned that from sport when I was young. I learned that, well, it's quite obvious actually. The path no one's willing to take
Exactly.
has less competition. So if I'm just, you shouldn't just do stupid things. But if no one's willing to do strength training 2 times a day instead of 1,
Right.
then, well, I guess I'll just do that. And the obviously it's harder, but the mind frame I have for that is what would be the best story at the end of it when I achieve it.
Yeah.
How do I make it inevitable that I'll win? And second, what would be the best story if I'm a character in a movie?
Yeah.
Do I want to be the character? Is the story interesting if I just get it without working for it? No, it would be so much interesting if I just work my ass off. If I just did what no one's willing to do,
Yeah.
and just got the payoff at the end. And that's what the yesterday's speaker was talking about.
It's like writing your own biography. Like,
yeah,
if it's just handed to you, it doesn't feel so good. I'm not saying none of us don't want it handed to us, but people who don't earn it, who don't appreciate and understand the value of it, actually don't do the right thing with it most of the time.
And you were a great example of it, but that's a story for another day. It's a story I'd like to know more about. But I kind of got addicted to pain a little bit, to a point where sometimes it's my wife that tells me, "Why we don't have to do it? Like, why we're good now, we're comfortable. Why do you want to just throw everything back and go to a whole different country and start over, like from zero?" And like, no one's willing to do it.
But that's the thing, people don't understand. When you're leveling up, it's not starting from zero.
No, always got your skills.
Yeah, you know your skills, you know your worth, you know your skill set. You've already reached to, level 8 or 9, whatever. You're pivoting, and then you're going even higher. So, this is something that I was wanting to ask you about. Let's look at it, comparing apples to apples here. You're in Lisbon, you're at the peak of, let's say, the community and, that industry.
I was making like 15 times the average wage a person. Like most of the people my age in Portugal didn't even have a job yet, because they were finishing university, and I was making like already good money. So the why?
You were at the top of your game in Lisbon. You came to Dubai, and in 12 months, how do you compare apple to apple? You're making 15 times the minimum wage there in Lisbon. How much are you making in Dubai, without giving us, obviously, clear numbers?
Well, I won't directly say, because you've taught me to...
We never talk about that.
Yeah, you taught me to not be...
But can we say 10x?
Don't give details.
You're making 10 times more than what you could in Lisbon.
Well, let's put it like this. I paid for $100,000 euro wedding.
It's 500,000 dirhams.
Yeah, this year. I think that was a dream. So I think if business should be, that there needs to be a point to I don't like money. Money needs to be to represent freedom. Mm-hmm. And to make you do things that you otherwise couldn't do. Mm-hmm. And so that was a big goal of us, to get married, to solidify and be public about our commitment to each other, and do it in...
That's a beautiful way to describe it.
Yeah, and gather all the people that are very dear to us and that we love and that we know love us, and give them a great experience. And we had a beautiful, beautiful wedding. Like,
yes, I saw.
And it was her dream as well, to do it like as big as we did, like 2 outfits, one of the best venues in Portugal, yep. One of the biggest Magical. And most important churches there. So we didn't cut corners anywhere, because business allowed us to, and because Dubai allowed us to. So I'm very grateful, and I'll always be grateful to the UAE for bringing together and providing an environment where people like us can come together and add add value to each other, and also get value back from it.
Yeah.
So let's put it that way.
So we can say the decision to move to the UAE, move your business here, and grow here has definitely been worth it.
100%. 100%. I think we'll 3x the business this year. If we are hitting our marks to 2.5 to 3x the business this year compared to last year.
So just year on year, you've just tripled your revenue, your turnover.
Triple my revenue, and the bit that I'm most proud of is we more than 3x the profit margin.
Amazing.
Thank you. But now going back to your question.
Yeah.
Do you remember a meeting we had? Actually, near where we are now, in Cana Cafe.
I did.
In March.
Yes.
So I was here for a month. I had already spent, the money on flights. I was still paying the consulting company to open my business. It was a very expense-heavy month for us. We also stayed in multiple different Airbnbs to figure out different places. And there was a night.
I remember booking it for you. We were going through the booking.com, and I'm like, this. Stop staying here. This is not worth it. This is this. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very expensive. And I was asking you, okay, what do you know around here that we can book? Because we literally don't have anywhere to stay tonight.
Yep.
And if we didn't stay there, I told you we'd have to sleep in our car that we rented. What I didn't tell you is we had slept in our car that night. Me and my now wife, because it was hard. Every place around was like 1,000 euros a night. We had around 4,000 euros in our account that specific day. I just couldn't do it. And I didn't want to tell you that in that moment, but that was what we were going through, and I'm very, very thankful for my wife for trusting me, and she never made me feel like I was less. She understood and trusted me, and just did what we had to do, and empowered me to just figure it out.
Yeah.
And we ended that week. I think that was a Saturday. Next Saturday, we had to fly home, and I made it work. That last week in Dubai, I really made it work. I was doing like 2 to 3 shoots a day, different clients every day, and I just made, I think, 12 to 15,000 euros
just in those few days.
In those few days, and turned it around. But I did have to sleep in the car.
That's not easy.
No, it was peak Dubai stay prices. Yeah.
I think it was just after Ramadan, and it was
before Ramadan.
Okay. So still when the weather is nice and everything's very expensive.
Yeah, it was very expensive. So I never said this publicly. When actually I did in the wedding for our family. But yeah, I still get chills thinking about it. Like, okay, we were in Kana Cafe working until late, and I just told her, we drove around. We went to like 5 different hotels with 1,000, it was like 4,000, 5,000 dirhams a night. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's not.
That's not worth it.
So we just made the decision. Let's sleep in the car tonight. Tomorrow we meet Nadia. Maybe she'll bring some light into our lives and tell us where to go sleep.
If only I knew. You're more than welcome to stay with us. But yeah, I remember that day very well. We sat for a few hours.
And you paid for lunch?
We ate a lot. I told you, you're going to taste all of the food that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up having a strategy meeting, and after that you finally pushed me to get some content created.
Yeah. And well, how did that change you then?
It changed a lot for me. I went from having 0 online presence to having so much presence that I have so much content. I have spoken in so many events. I am everywhere, but I don't have the time to even post it.
Well, need to talk about it.
We definitely need to talk about it. And, I think it's very, how can I say, not ironic, but 12 months ago, we sat in Batil Cafe. You tried your first Arabic qahwa and our dates. And you were trying to convince me that I should be behind the camera.
No, in front of the camera.
Yeah, in front of the camera. And today I bring you from behind the camera to in front of the camera. So,
yeah.
In 12 months, my business has, I'll say, about 2.5x as well.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And I have invested and partnered in 5 different businesses this year.
Wow.
I have purchased more properties this year. I have been blessed in many, many, many ways.
Many ways.
But it has been the hardest year of my life. I have faced so much criticism. I have had legal issues. I have been stolen from. I have been betrayed. I have had physical, verbal threats. When they say success comes with a lot of taxes, it's not just financial taxes or even governmental taxes or anything like that. It comes with hate. It comes with negativity. It comes with people who really cannot handle it. I've literally spent, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dirhams in legal fees this year, just protecting myself and having to fight for my family, to protect my wealth, to protect my physical being, just because of the amount of free time people have, and also the, let's say, the jealousy. You know, I'm not saying I've never flaunted anything. I don't have amazing collection of cars, watches. How I don't flaunt it, and I don't ever want to be that person. I don't have to prove myself through what I own. I sometimes want to talk about my story, but other times I'm like, you know what? People can't hurt what they don't know. But at the same time, my core business is growing people and growing their business. I get you to scale. I get you to do things the right way, to structure yourself, to protect your wealth, to protect all of those things. Because when you have a lot, you have a lot to lose. And this is always my message, like, let's generate wealth, let's build a business, but let's do it the right way, the smart way, protect your business. And I had to put my money where my mouth is this year for myself.
Let me tell you that from getting to know you personally this year, I am very, very proud of you.
I'm going to cry.
Because it's, people don't, especially people in the West, don't know how hard it is for you in your position to put yourself out there and be a beacon, not only for like just telling your story and you making the decision to put yourself out there continuously, even though you get, and I know some of these stories, I don't know all, because like the story.
But I've told you so many times I'm going to close all of my accounts.
Yes, so many times. It would be so easy for you to give up because first one, you don't depend on your social presence to do any business. You don't. But something you told me on the second meeting after I convinced you to do something online was, okay, maybe I will inspire someone to go through this path as well, and maybe I'll be a pioneer, especially when it comes to women in business.
100%.
In the GCC, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it because I'm so proud of you because it comes with so much criticism. And when you think, oh, maybe in the West people think, oh, my friends are going to see my content, they're going to mock me. For you, it's so much heavier than that.
Yeah.
So much heavier than that.
I would love to show you my inbox.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I kid you not, I have so many girls, alhamdulillah, even from my own community, Emirati girls, young girls who are just, like asking me for help, like even asking me for their opinion, like, for my opinion, what do you think about my video? Do you think I look stupid? Do you think this? I'm like, go ahead, post it. I will repost it. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Like, so many things like that. I didn't. These are the things that make me want to keep going. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a weak person.
No.
I have a very strong character, and I'm very good at what I do. Put me in my business scenario, put me in my business environment, I'm fine. But now that people are knowing me personally and able to see me whenever they want, I literally have gotten screenshots from like my friends and family telling me, oh, look, you might want to get this comment deleted off your post, who cares about you? Or, what's this stupid, I've had people say...
why do you all of a sudden want a spotlight?
I don't necessarily...
No. Well, that's what they tell you, right? Don't they think about it? Who are you to now go on camera? And what do you think you are to go on camera and speak about yourself?
I am proof that the UAE, and specifically, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, because my career started in Abu Dhabi, but I grew my business more in Dubai, only because of the ratio of clients. Who I am the proof in the pudding, as they say. I started my life and my career here. I moved from Abu Dhabi to Dubai when my business grew enough. My children, yes, I'm a mother. I don't usually talk about that, but I am starting to talk about it more. Dubai gave me massive, massive opportunities. And the way you can just open one business after another, this client, you end up, I built an ecosystem. So when you start your business with me, I can take you all the way to hiring staff, to getting visas, to doing, I don't want to use this podcast to plug my group at all, but I am proof that our leaders support us. Women in business help each other. We can support each other. We have all of the tools available. And, I go to so many business women events, and not just women, other Emiratis as well. Why should we only rely on having a job? Mm-hmm. Dubai brings people from all over the world, but it empowers us so much. My first business license cost me 1,000 dirhams.
Wow. I just paid mine yesterday.
Yep, 1,000 dirhams for any Emirati who wants to open their business. You can start from home. You don't need to get an office. You don't need to do nothing. Just start. Get your tax number registered and just start. We have no excuse not to. And alhamdulillah, if it wasn't for these type of opportunities, maybe I wouldn't have taken the risk.
Yeah.
But now I can teach many. I don't think my path was easy. I had a lot of mistakes, a lot of business losses, but you persevere. That's why you sleep in your car.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make it happen one day. And then you have a celebrity wedding.
Yeah. But just to finish that point, why you're you can be such a great example to the UAE, to GCC, to Emiratis.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you talk about it? And still, so many people with the belief that they can't be what you are now. Maybe they're envy. Maybe they're not strong enough to pursue a path like that. Maybe they look at you and see, okay, I'm so much more. In a better condition can't do what she's doing.
Yeah.
I need to bring you down so I feel better about myself.
And look, for me, now the interviewer is being interviewed. No. No, but this is, this is important for, both of us to understand. You said it was a mindset thing for you that brought you to Dubai. For me, it wasn't that. It was, I am so lucky that I have this opportunity being from this community. I'm going to make the most of it. But where I had to pivot is, do I keep this for myself and continue my growth and my success privately? Mm-hmm. Or can I genuinely level up? Like, I want to be global. And I do have my partners in 3 different countries, well, 5 different countries actually, because, UAE is my home and we do great business here, but we also work in 4 other countries. For me to be next level global and for me to get the exposure, my network just happened. Word of mouth. You do good work, people refer you more and more. I work with family offices. I work with UAE government. I work with multinational companies. I work with companies on the stock exchange. I work with royal families here and in other countries. Alhamdulillah. But nobody knows that this is the girl, Nadia, who's doing all of this or who started this whole network. That's why I wanted to start. And someone told me something. Nadia, you're too good to be kept as a secret. But my whole life, I have been told you should be a secret. Cover it, hide it. There is, al-ayn haq. Al-ayn haq is, you're like the evil eye, mm-hmm. These type of thing. Many cultures believe it, many don't. And I'm not saying I'm something so amazing that somebody will, envy me or whatever. But we've always been told that keep it a secret, lay low. Your identity should be kept a secret, and that's why I never had any social media. I never had a picture online.
That's why I love content. You're
I'm still so shy to even post my content.
You're doing a disservice to the whole community, to all the people you could inspire.
Yeah.
Because you already are. It's just about looking like you are what you are.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't want to do it by flashy things, you know.
but you would never do it because that's not you.
No, not at all. And this is why I have really wanted to have my own podcast, and not necessarily to plug any businesses or anything like that, but I know so many great people,
Yeah.
and you being one of them. And I have a network of people of genuine quality, self-made people who love the UAE, who love what is this country has made for them or allowed them to become. And I want this to be a space where I can keep telling that story. And thank you so much for even having, you know, the time and making the time to have this story today.
Always.
Thank you very much. But I don't want to end on this note. If you can tell me in one word what the UAE has been for you, what would it be?
One word. That's hard. It would be easy to just say growth, because that would encompass multiple things, personal, business, everything. But I think it's more than that. I think UAE for me is starting to be and will be about legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's a very important word for me specifically, because everything I do is for creating a legacy. And in one of the recordings or one of the videos you have made for me, I always talk about for forfeiting things today, for about, no, scrap that. I always talk about giving or forfeiting something today, deciding, no, I won't do that, because what it will be valued for in the future, or how I will value that same thing in the future.
Delayed
For example,
gratification.
yeah, like you could have booked a hotel room that night rather than sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
But if you didn't save that 1,000 euros, you may not have even been able to survive and produce the next 15,000 euros you made in the next week.
Yeah.
So go back 10 years ago, 11 years ago, almost 12 actually. I really wanted a Birkin. I really wanted a Birkin. You have no idea. And
I think I do.
And at that time, it was much cheaper. It was only like 50,000 dirhams, and that was, you know, like creme de la creme. But 50,000 dirhams was also the down payment on a very nice one-bedroom apartment in Sports City. And I bought the apartment. And that apartment, by the time it was handed over, I had paid it off, rented it out, and I still didn't buy the Birkin. I bought a second property and a third property. And then all of those properties suddenly doubled. So I was like, maybe it's time I go for a big, nice villa, you know, that dream home type of thing. And everyone's like, why do you need that? But you're married. You know, your husband has a property. You don't pay rent. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you stretching yourself so much? And that's when I refinanced, took out a mortgage, and actually bought a massive villa that I still have never lived in once. And the rentals that I earn from those pay off my mortgage and still give me money in my pocket. That's a legacy. Do I own a Birkin today? Yes, I have more than one. But can I tell you, I barely use them.
Why?
I don't know. I don't get the satisfaction anymore. And, you know, I only bought my first Birkin this year.
Wow.
I swear.
Is the path to the Birkin more valuable than the Birkin itself?
Maybe. But can I tell you why I don't like it? I'm a watches girl. I have a very, very nice collection. We'll talk about that one day. But they hold value. And I'm not saying this because of resale value. But, and I don't like things that a lot of people replicate. And the amount of girls that I see carrying fake Birkins, like I feel like I need to carry my around with the certificate and the receipts from the boutique. Just to be, honestly, the amount of people that I see having Birkins, and I'm like, I know for a fact that you cannot afford a Birkin. And I'm not saying this to be, judgmental or belittle anyone at all, but yeah, it doesn't represent what it made me feel 11 years ago. I wanted it so bad, and now because it's easily attainable and because everyone's replicating it, I no longer want it. Do I get satisfaction from buying another property? Yes. Do I get satisfaction from, now it's like, should I buy the Birkin, or do you invest in another small business? I love angel investing, and I always want to come on as someone who's not just giving you the money to go and do your thing, but come as in some type of advisory role as well. Mm-hmm. And this is something, we always have our side conversations. So a question and also some advice. So for people listening to you today who are considering you moving to the UAE, whether it's Abu Dhabi, whether it's Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah is booming, all the Emirates are supporting each other and growing. What would be 3 key points of advice that you will give people who are thinking of moving to the UAE?
Okay, sweet. So the first one is, I think, in what position do you need to be for the move to the UAE to make sense? I think that's very important. Because if I had moved to the UAE maybe 6 months before, I wasn't ready. I would just fall flat on my face. Why? So I think you need to be in a point in business where you need to be a little bit comfortable where you're at already.
So having some type of baseline at home.
You need to have some type of baseline, something already working for you, because you need to look at the UAE can provide you with so much things, but it's an investment, and you can't just think like you're coming first month, you're tripled your business and it's all going to be easy.
I like that you call it an investment and not a gamble. A lot of people say we're gambling.
No, it's an investment, and there's so much proof. I'm proof of it. You're proof of it. Everyone's here is proof of it. So the only ones that aren't are the ones that didn't come prepared.
Right.
And also, I think you need to be like really good at what you do, because the market is so competitive. No one's like
quality.
Yeah, only a small percentage of people are from here, are Emiratis, right?
We're approximately 9.5% of the population.
Yeah.
Less than 10 now.
Which means 90% roughly of the people that are here came here because they were good at where they were.
Skilled.
They were skilled. And they add value to come and add here. So you got this amazing community of people that are really good, and that's why businesses and projects grow so fast here.
Yeah.
Because I say you guys, but the UAE, the rulers of the UAE, they just found a way to bring together the best people.
High caliber. Yeah.
High caliber. So if you're coming here, you definitely want to come and add value some way, because if you're not, then the competition will just eat you alive.
Yeah.
So you need to be, I think, you need to be like somewhat comfortable where you are right now.
Yeah.
You need to have something to add to the market, which that can be a business, that can be a skill, that can be expertise, that can be knowledge. So there's multiple ways you can add value. So I think that's the main point. Who you need to be and what position you need to be to come here, and you need to know it's an investment, and it's going to pay off. But you need to be. What I said to Raquel while we were moving here is, we're playing with money we're only going to get afterwards, and some decisions like sleeping in a car, like being on Airbnb the whole year, don't make sense on a 1 year time frame. But make total sense in a 5-year, 10-year time frame.
Yeah.
So I'm playing on that vision. I'm not obviously it doesn't make sense to be flying back and forth for my business this year, but next year it will. And you need to be prepared to do what others aren't willing to do. I think that's the main point of advice, is who you need to be to come here.
And then your second point was that you need to genuinely add value to the market.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you're fitting in.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Absolutely. And then I think third one is, that's what we discussed it earlier. Don't fall for distractions. If you come here for work, come here for work. Like don't try. And it's very easy. It's so easy to spend money well in Dubai. Like we were in a point in Lisbon where we could afford to do the best experiences, but there just weren't that many more. And a lot of experiences in Lisbon are free and cheap. So that's
it's a
good.
Beautiful city.
It's beautiful. But here there's so much man-made attractions, so much things you can just do and experience. Dinners, beach clubs, pool clubs.
Never-ending enjoyment. The enjoyment that does not give you
pleasure.
Fruitful growth.
Yeah, you can have pleasure or you can have
exactly
long-term enjoyment. And if you're coming here for work, come for work. Like I've been here every month, and I probably went to the beach like 5 times, 6 times. And because I needed to rest, and I was probably feeling guilty while I was doing it.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think those are the 3.
And that's why they call them guilty pleasures.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense now.
Yeah. So when you were talking about, just meeting clients and even when not even just clients, meeting someone in the coffee shop, how mindsets are different. How do you do things differently? Like, because I remember when we first interacted, you said to me, no, I don't want to be on a Zoom call. How do you do things differently here in the UAE?
Yeah, well, so at least in the West, in the US as well, it's very common to just you just approach a client, you got a good offer, let's get on a Zoom meeting, discuss billables, boom, project starting, let's go. Mm-hmm. In Dubai, because business and personal is so intertwined, mm-hmm. People actually care about you as a person, and that's what I and they want to do things well. It's not about if so people don't ask me, let's do a little bit of this and that. It's if we're fully all in. So I need to know you, I need to know your team, and I need to know how you are personally, and how I see myself working with you. Right. And if it then makes sense after we know each other, we might do business, or we don't, or I might know someone to do business with you. And that's how we kicked it off.
Yeah.
So that's quite different. Also I think, because Dubai attracts a bit of, you got to be careful also with some of the people.
A lot of scammers.
Yeah, you do attract some of those people. So people are also a bit scared.
Everyone wants to do due diligence. Everyone wants to, that's the word.
So the personal touch and meeting someone for coffee is very important. Mm-hmm. And I knew that, I felt that coming in, because I tried to do business I tried selling from Lisbon and coming here to deliver. That doesn't work. Everyone that he's here, first of all, is paying to live here, and knows what it costs to live here and be in this market. So if you want to compete in this market, you have to be in this market and be around for coffee, to know someone that might get on a project with you. And that's very powerful. Also, the referral business here is very important. If you got good referrals, because of the trust, I for example, if you refer me to anyone in your network, then people will just trust. Like my job. And
if you're not good, it reflects badly on me. So of course I wouldn't, refer you.
Yeah. So people here need to be very careful who they refer, because then they might get burned. But the cold approach is way harder, and referrals get you a long way. So again, doing a good job, being good at what you do, achieving results for whatever you do, it's half the job, because the personal touch here is very important, especially for you. I was very grateful to have the opportunity with you to get to know the culture, the country, the manners, everything. You taught me everything. I knew nothing about it, and I felt very respected, and you respected my lack of knowledge, and you're very inclusive. You didn't judge me for what I didn't know.
No, of course. It's not how it works, You have to remember, Dubai has how many nationalities living here, and how many religions living here. And everyone lives and coexists peacefully. So I don't ever expect everyone to know. But I love teaching people because, we also don't want to be losing our culture as well. But it's a key thing you said. You can't meet clients or you can't get work done if you're not here. And that is so, so true. Whether it's, banking, whether it's getting a loan, whether it's through real estate, whatever it may be. If you don't know who is behind it, and if there's no trust, there is no good reputation or word of mouth, you simply don't exist. And, that's why I was saying my whole business, my whole career, my whole success has been because of word of mouth. I never needed social media.
Same. Yeah.
But I think for me to go global, now I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I have you here for.
Let's do it. Funny story, I have a client that after inquiring with me, I think he talked to you, he talked to like 7 different clients of mine, of examples of videos that I showed him of projects I did. You went to verify I was actually the one delivering on those projects, how it was working with me, how well it's going, if they're continuing to work with me.
Yeah, I think.
And I had my clients like, this guy just reached out, like, what's going on? I just told him this. You told me. So, and now we're on a great partnership. We're doing an event together. We've been working for 3 months. It's going very well.
Amazing.
So, yeah, it's definitely, people do their due diligence here.
When we talk about growth and, you said that Dubai is here for your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You came for legacy. If you can describe Dubai in one word, your answer was legacy. What's next for Thomas?
That's a great question, because in a conversation we had, because of the situations we were in together and that you brought me in, and I was very, very thankful for meeting you this year or last year. You saw a vision for myself. You made me see a vision for myself that I didn't even had. So what I think I'm getting into now or in the future, like soon, can be not just to have clients and help them grow, is to start doing partnerships and deals where I know the value I can add to a business instead of charging it. Maybe it's an early stage business.
Yeah.
You're just partnering up with them or starting something with someone, making that grow with the business I already have, the team I already have, the skills I already have.
Okay.
And maybe doing that multiple times, do some of those ventures and hopefully grow that way.
So now helping other business grow by investing in them and being equity partners.
That already happens. I have some clients that we do some really good projects where more than a billable, monthly billable, I got a rev share partnership.
Okay, amazing.
And that's ultimately the business model I prefer the most for myself. I don't want to have like a big roster of clients. I want to have less, but work intensely and actually achieving great results. Yeah. So being part of those results, I think that's the next step. Investing in them.
That's the entrepreneur mindset, not just get the bill. Let's work together. Let's
create money and let me have a piece of it. I think that's the next part.
That's the entrepreneur mindset.
And obviously, personally, I'm officially moving here, so it's personally is to actually find a way to establish myself more in the community, get to know more people, and making sure that my wife also enjoys staying here and can enjoy her stay here with me. So it's going to be some fun times now. There's still so much to do in the UAE.
Yep.
I'm barely scratching the surface, like barely. For example, we got projects yesterday.
Yep.
I was filming at the club you were attending to, the event. We had another project on the same day happening in Portugal.
Wow.
Because I have such a big network of partners and team that I can hire for there and just manage at a distance. And
so while you're in the UAE, working on growing your business, you're still able to manage your business elsewhere remotely and generate an income everywhere.
Yeah.
And keep it tax-free here in the UAE.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. And there's still so much that I can do here and have multiple projects and start building a team in the UAE.
Nice.
To go and deliver for me. So there's no, if it happens, it happens. Like,
So forget about the American dream. It's now
No.
the Emirati dream.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Wow. Habibi, come to Dubai? You did.
And then stay in Dubai.
Yes, stay in Dubai. Wow. So that's it. 1 year in Dubai. You're literally living the Emirati dream. I don't want to say only the Dubai dream because, you know, the UAE has been great to you and to both of us. And I hope it can be great to everyone watching. And feel free to ask us any questions. I'll be adding our Instagram handles and our links below. And all the success to you, Tomasz.
All the success to us. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor.
Thank you for watching us today.